Good evening. We are group number 1, confirming from my person, teacher Cristina, teacher Olmedo, and teacher Let. And together we're going to present the role of the teacher in public educational system, positive and negative facts. Okay, welcome my dear college. I hope you're well. So we're going to start this debate or this roundtable with some questions. First of all, I would like that each one of you can provide a simple definition of the role of a teacher. So, who wants to start first? I give you the word.
Mm, mm. Yes.
Well,
The
this
role of a
question is
teacher.
very simple. What do you
Yes,
consider is the role of a teacher, in your own words?
the role of the teacher is great importance due the complex responsibility begin uh, learners.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like we are a new English teacher, and we can um, help the learners.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Olmedo, what do you think is the role of the teacher?
Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone. So the English teacher role has to act as a guide for a student in a world of English that is enough to them. That is why they must have a teaching quality that all other students to now think and love the language they are learning. It is very important because it complement with a dynamic that is involved in learning, such as determine the key activity or work and capture the key strategy or technique for better learning and appropriate content with this environment for more efficient learning. Have a appropriate didactic resourcing material to teaching. It is very important in creating placement environment during the classroom. Work with this point, it is very important in English teacher role.
All right. Well, from my perspective, an English teacher role is being an facilitator and also a friend of our students in very simple words. Now we're going to start then with our debate. Okay, well, the first question here: how has the role of the teacher changed in the public system? Well, I would like to start first. Is that okay? I have made some interview to teachers that are already retired. Well, according to them, in the late 50 and 60, teachers were most the transmitters of knowledge. So we are talking about the old school day where teachers have to transmit all the knowledge to students when they were learning a second language. Then, like, also as the time passed between the late 70 and 80, we are talking about the time of period in Panama when we have the dictatorship here. No, English teachers have a high demand over that time. Uh, Due to the fact that we were fighting for the sovereignty of the canal, but also because English was a language that was high demand learning uh, in students, because over that time they need people that actually can understand English. Now, when we are coming to the the 21st century, now the role of the teacher have highly changed. We can from be transmitters of knowledge to in some moment be facilitator of the language to now be the monitors, guide, or mentor of skills. We know that teachers are needed of some other skill that apart from the organizer, we have a good have a way of planning good lesson. But also we are searching for skills in our own file that are like teamwork, skillfuls, and also flexible. That's are the kind of skill that are needed in our profession. Now, in the public system in Panama, um, I actually teach that feel that teachers are not well appreciated. Okay, that the role of the English teacher is not well appreciated in the public system. And I can see this because I have been in one class in a public system once as a monitor. And I was invited. And in that class, I see that many professor of other subjects interrupt the teacher for some consult or thing that can be discussed later of the class. And also I see that the student don't feel motivated to learn the language when the teacher was trying to be the most dynamic, creative in that class. They didn't pay attention. So I actually that we are wordless in our role in the public system. What do you think, Olmedo? Let.
Okay, well, so teacher is another one tool that student use to get a better information, to get a new learning during that process. So use a different strategy or different technique and to be a good presentation in the classroom and outside, and it is very important because the English teacher role in the educational system right now is very important because we have, like a teacher, we have to focus in the student, we have to focus in the student learning process. That's it.
Let.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Um, uh, when we talk about the role of the teacher in the Panamanian education, as a mediator, we can learn, we can teach about the reading, writing. Um, we are dealing with a concept of the educational relationship understood as the set of the relationship established between the educators and thus he is educated to go towards objective in a given institutional structure. Oscar Sainz en 1987.
Okay. Now, what is the good, the bad, the ugly of the role teacher? Okay. Olmedo, you want to start?
Yes, I'm ready. So, okay, I'm going to talk about the positive attitude of the teacher in the classroom. It is very important because the teacher uh, acquire a new tool or new strategy uh, for improve the student learning and have a positive attitude and love the English and understand the student needs and also listen to their student to be already not afraid to the new change of the material. And the most important point is the teacher work together with the student parent during the English learning process. It is a very, very important point, and to be a good student friend also, right? It is the positive attitude and the student always to be happy during our learning process. And the negative attitude, well, the negative attitude, it is very difficult during the English learning process, and especially for a student, right? Come to the classroom upset, it is very terrible, and say that student you can don't learn or that you are close me or your homework is bad or wrong. It is not a good point because the student feel very sad because and also they are going to say I don't understand. Use a different strategy also and or activity to teach or easy activity and don't give a good explanation about the topic. So don't give motivation to the student. Don't have a good tone of voices, don't use your resourcing material, and the class is very bored. It is bad point for a teacher because the student is very sad, or they don't understand what the teacher say or what the teacher are going to explain about the topic. And to be a good prepared, don't to be a good prepared to the teacher the topic. It's very important to be very clear what topic you are going to teach to the student, right? So
Okay.
it is a lot of points that give a negative attitude to the student. Thank you.
Let's.
Okay. What is the good? The good is all in the Panamanian students can be on a t-shirt, English t-shirt. The bad is the English teacher don't have time to teach student by student. The ugly for me is the education system don't have can remember the word suficiente.
No. No.
Okay, I can remember the words, but
Sorry.
the system don't have money to employ in
Okay.
the public education.
That
Yeah.
that's a good point that you are mentioning right now. The investment of this of English teacher in the public system. That's
Yes.
a good mention to a good point. Well, for me, well, the good is that we have a high demand of English teacher, and there are many students that are interested in be an English teacher. However, not everyone can apply for this file because many students that wish to be an English teacher left the profession because they find it tired. Well, the bad thing is that we don't have a good investment from Educa, and also we don't are high paid in our profession as other country does, unfortunately. Now, the ugly thing is what that go according to Olmedo point, the student motivation. I think this is the hardest part of being an English teacher is that we need to be uh, we need to find a way to motivate our students to learn a second language. However, sometimes that's very difficult to do it in class because students don't feel motivated, as you mentioned, Olmedo, and they are sad, they don't like to learn the language, and we have to face those challenges in class. Well, that's what I would think we can say about the bad, the bad, and the ugly of being an English teacher. Now, our last question. Why should we be more flexible in our role? Why do you think that we need to be more flexible with ourselves and as English teacher? Olmedo.
Well, the student is a big challenge in our classroom because, like a teacher, we have to be more flexible with the student because they need to learn it step by step.
Okay, step by step. But
Yeah, step
don't you
by step
think
to learning the English language.
that that as a teacher you should be flexible with yourself too? Because
Yeah.
it's not only the student. I mean, as yourself as an English teacher, how can you be more flexible in that with yourself as a teacher?
As a teacher was give a lot of material or easy activity and practice every day with the student. It's give you a opportunity to the student to learn much better. And because in this way, I am flexible with my classroom, with my student.
Okay. Let.
We need to include personal professional skills within the education dynamics to adequate train current and future generation.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, from my perspective, I think that the teacher or as an English teacher, we need to be more flexible in our time. one time in our time and also in our training. We need to understand that as an English teacher, we cannot be delayed our own training because we need to be updating with the new methodology that are out there and bringing to our classes. However, we also need to be a little more flexible with our time because at some point we can have collapse. We maybe be collapsed from all the hard work that we do, or maybe we have some kind of a stressful moment in our classes when we are coming from a very tireful journey of the day. So that are like the two things as an English teacher we need to be flexible. Our time and our training. Well,
Yeah.
now guys, what are the conclusions that we can infer from here? Do you want to start?
Sorry.
Okay, do you want to start? Okay, conclusions. What are your conclusions from this roundtable?
I think the English teacher is very important in the education, the public system, because it's the opportunity that the students have to learn a new language. In all the Panama, the Republic of Panama, we have an English teacher. If the teacher have the importance of this role to teach the student can be best.
Okay, thank you. Olmedo?
Well, okay, a English teacher role in Panama, it is very important in the educational system because they give a new opportunity to the student to learn new language or new experience about the language. And also, I recommend it to the parent of the student to apply and the student learning during the class or the teacher teach to the student. It is very important. And also, and system public, I recommend it and appreciate more the teacher work in the classroom.
Point. Well, that I'm going to make just two simple conclusion. One is that our roles should be more appreciated for Meduca because we do a hard work every day. From the teachers that are working in GDK to even the one that are working in the Darien, they are doing hard work and they need to be appreciated. Have more research or more support from Educa in their activities and their preparation, their training. We should have more support from Educa. That's going to be my first conclusion. More support from Educa and more appreciation of our work. And the second is that we need to invest and also invite the young to be an English teacher. We'll need to be colleagues that be more that are more active, but also collaborative with other colleagues that are begin training in this file. And that will be a good way to make a network of teachers that can collaborate with each other and also be as guide of the new generation that want to be an English teacher.
Yes, that's right.
Well, thank you so much, guys. That will be all. Well, see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.
To
See
you,
you.
to you.
Bye bye.